So, metta meditation is the Buddhist word on loving kindness, and it's that warm, non-romantic love that that you can feel, and it comes up spontaneously when we think of maybe our children, maybe our parents, maybe our partner, maybe a loving pet, but we try and practice generating this sensation in the body, because every thought has a corresponding sensation in the body. So where we feel that warm energy, we try and cultivate it both by focusing on that part of the body, but also generating kind thoughts. And I teach the same way of doing it every week, and it's just a way for us to get into a groove and a pattern, so we can practice generating this sensation, so we actually increase our capacity to not only give out kindness to the world, but also experience it on a much more profound level. So we'll start by just checking in on the body, just making sure we're upright, our spine is straight, our body's relaxed. We're not hunching our shoulders, and we're balanced. Just to calm the mind further, just have a few, maybe 5 or so, slightly longer breaths where we're focusing on the calming nature of the out-breath. Not drawing it out very long, but just trying to make sure it's smooth, maybe slightly longer than normal, and focusing on that relaxing quality. When you feel ready, depending on how busy your day is, it may take longer than usual or less time than usual, but when you feel ready, recall something that is easy to love. It doesn't have to be something real. It could be an imaginary image. It could be the image of a kitten playing. It could be our own pets, it could be our own children, but something that is completely lovable. There's no mixed emotions. We're making it as easy as possible for ourselves to generate this warm, loving feeling inside the body. So we'll just spend a few minutes trying to cultivate that sensation in the body, wherever it may be. It's okay to use the breath if we find that useful to generate that sensation. There isn't a right way or wrong way, but it's about generating those kind feelings. If there's feelings of drowsiness or agitation, or we're struggling to maintain focus on these thoughts, and our mind wanders either to the past, to the future, trying to fix problems in our head, or any other sort of distraction, we can just take a few breaths just to centre ourselves before we start again. The mind's always going to wander, so it's just a case of bringing it back. If we're drowsy, we can focus on the energising quality of the in-breath. Or if we're agitated, we can focus on the calming nature of the out-breath. So now if we've managed to find some warm sensation in the body, we can grow that sensation. We can grow it both in size and also in intensity. And there's no right or wrong way to do this or order, but we'll start with the easiest way if we find it easier to grow that sensation in size. Say if it starts as a small ball, a golf ball size, somewhere in the chest, or the throat, or the hands. You try and grow it from a golf ball size, just to a tennis ball size, slowly increasing. If we think it'll be easier to grow the intensity of that sensation, if it's quite weak and we feel the need for it to grow in intensity, we can focus on the middle of that sensation, and just sitting with that sensation, we can go into it, and it will naturally grow in intensity. So we can play with that sensation for a few minutes. Once we're comfortable with how far that sensation's grown, we can now apply that loving kindness to a new object. This can be a close friend, a close family member, still something that's easy to love, easy to generate those kind thoughts. And we wish that person happiness, wish that person peace and wellness. And we can imagine how happy we are to see them happy. That happiness to see happiness in other people is a very important quality to develop. The Buddha called that quality mudita. So we try and develop that mudita for ourselves. we can feel it, this warm sensation in the body, we can again start to grow or develop its intensity. We're trying to find the most pleasurable sensation. This is a pleasurable meditation. A lot of the people find that when they're trying to develop, they feel like they've hit this emotional wall where there's this level of tension and fear about what it would be like to just relax and give in to this pleasurable sensation, almost as if they don't know if they're allowed. But enjoying meditation, enjoying the physical sensation of meditation is integral to the practice. It's not a byproduct, but that it is the path. It's our way of guiding us through meditation. It's meant to be an enjoyable activity. And when we're confronted with these barriers that we impose on ourselves, we trust ourselves to just gently press on them, or just sit at the edge and let those barriers dissolve and embrace a deeper level of enjoyment in this wholesome sensation in the body. There's no distraction. These can also be used as an object. If we notice ourselves being grumpy because of sound, we can realise that the people talking are happy, and we can wish them well, and they're here for kind, wholesome reasons. So it's nice that this space is being used by other people for wholesome activities. When we hear sirens, we think of those people that are doing a job that's ultimately trying to help people. And we hear lorries or bin vans. These are all part of making our lives easier. And these are just the sounds of these services that we welcome. So now we can move our attention to someone that we are quite neutral towards. There's no feelings of ill will, but at the same time, you may not know them very well, or think too much. It could be someone from work, it could be a distant relative, but we try and give this very neutral person the same kindness and love that we extended to our best friend. We wish them well, we wish them happiness. We imagine ourselves being happy that they're happy. If we feel that we're full of love, full of compassion for other people, we can maybe practice extending that kindness and love to someone that we struggle with. But something manageable. Someone that we feel that if we spend a few minutes we can generate that same love and compassion that we've been shown for everyone else to this person who we find quite difficult. If we don't feel that we're ready for that, we can stay with the sensations of the body. If we feel that we're distracted, we can just focus on bringing the mind back. last few minutes, what we'll do, we'll turn that energy inwards. We'll forgive ourselves. We'll be kind to ourselves. We'll accept ourselves. And we'll extend that kindness that we've been extending to everyone else back to ourselves. Just enjoy being ourselves. Enjoy that familiar meanness that there is to our awareness. And we just enjoy that sensation of meanness.